all of you are not going to be able to see right here, right now, but if you do want to look, we're over by the snacks. I figured if we put ourselves by the food, most people will be able to find us. They will look this way. I want to thank you for coming to our second Volunteer Expo. If you were here last year, you'll see we got bigger, more organizations came, and we got smarter. We gave a little bit more room between the tables so that you could do the activities and have fun. So we encourage you to walk around, meet everyone. There's so many amazing fun things to do and so much important work that the organizations that are here do. But we're going to pause right now for just a couple of moments and recognize some incredible people who live here in Woburn and help us do so much of the important work that we have done. So thank you. I'd like you to invite Mayor Concannon.
Thank you, Samantha. Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me? Thank you. The trumpet flourish for a proclamation. Only took 2 years. Can everybody hear me in the back? So thank you, Samantha. As she said, I'm Mayor Mike Concannon, the proud mayor of the city of Woburn. And I'm really happy to be here tonight for our Volunteer Expo because it's a symbol, it's in action, a tangible example of what we've been trying to do for the last 2 years here in the city of Woburn. And I'm not going to rehash the last 2 years because there's been a lot happening. But the thought at the beginning of my administration was, is there a better way to connect people in Woburn who could use some help with all of the amazing people and groups in Woburn that are offering help? We felt like there might have been a bit of a disconnect or a gap. And upon taking office, the very first decision I made was to hire Samantha Stone. Probably should have stopped there. But I was really, really impressed with Samantha's commitment to our community and her commitment to community outreach and getting people involved and making connections. And my gut told me it was the right call, and the past 2 years have confirmed without a doubt it was the right call. And again, it's really about making those connections where it's not about the city of Woburn providing a service. You know, we're not the ones doing all of this stuff. We know that there are people who are already doing that, and more people want to do it. We really just wanted to leverage all of the good things that are currently happening and maybe reinvigorate some of it, and maybe excite and entice others to jump in and do even more of it. And Samantha's role is essentially to be the hub where if you need help, you can go to Samantha and she'll go find somebody who offers that type of help. Or if you're a group of people who want to help and you want to get the word out to those who might need it, you go to Samantha. She's the hub and she makes that connection. And I can't tell you how many times in the last 2 years those connections have been made. It blows my mind, the incredible number of people who have actually been helped. And that's what we're supposed to do. That's why I wanted to be the mayor, so we could help people. And I really feel like in a lot of ways we do, and in particular in this way, we're hitting a home run every day. And when I say we, I mean we. We're hitting a home run by making these connections. So one of the things, obviously tonight we're doing a Volunteer Expo to try to get the message out. That there's people out there who want to help, and if you're looking to get more involved in the community, there's any number of ways to do it. Join one of these groups and help them help others. So the Volunteer Expo was really like the epitome of what we've been talking about and putting into practice for 2 years. Another one of those ideas that Samantha had that I think dovetails nicely with what we're doing is the notion of a resident impact award, where we recognize some of those regular folk citizens who are out there helping every day. The purpose is twofold. Number one, to say thank you. We appreciate the fact that you are helping. And number two, again, to get the word out, and maybe there's someone who's thinking about it and they're on the fence and they're not sure how they can help or what their gifts are, And things like this kind of publicize the idea and maybe plant the seed, and somebody joins a group and they're adding their contribution, they're helping as a result of this. So we've done a few of these over the past year and a half, resident impact awards, and it's as simple as it sounds. We find people who are helping and having an impact in our community, and we get to award them a proclamation. Proclamation.
Oh, the trumpet's away.
Trumpet's away. Thank you. So I'm really pleased and proud to be able to do this. We have 3 Resident Impact Award winners this quarter, and they're all fabulous. I know them all. I know the impacts they're having, and I know that each one of them makes Woburn a better place to live and raise a family and work and just to be here. So I'm really, really pleased to present these. So without further ado, I'd like to present the first one. So the city of Woburn in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, by his honor, Mayor Michael P. Concanon, a proclamation. Pauline Walpole Resident Impact Award. Whereas,
He's talking to you, Pauline.
whereas there would be no community resource center without volunteers like Pauline Walpole, who give their time and their hearts each week to serve. And that is absolutely a true statement. We're so proud to have a community resource center, and we're so pleased with the impacts it is having. But it would not exist if there weren't people who show up and give their time and provide service and help. So that is a true statement. And whereas Pauline volunteers several hours each week at the center, contributing tangibly to our mission of improving quality of life and connecting residents to services. And whereas, no matter the work, from consulting with a guest to cleaning up after an event, Pauline dives into each task with a commitment and a joy for serving that is contagious. And whereas Pauline has a gift for making guests feel welcome in our space and at remote events. And now, therefore, I, Michael P. Concanon, Mayor of the City of Woburn, do hereby extend gratitude on behalf of the City of Woburn to Pauline Walpole, and I declare today, December 4th, 2025, a day of recognition in her honor. Given under my hand and the seal of the City of Woburn, Massachusetts, this 4th day of December, 2025, signed proudly, Michael P. Concanon, Mayor. Pauline, thank you very much. Pauline, would you mind saying a word or two? Hopefully you're not
I'm not going to
shy.
make her. I told her she didn't. Okay,
I will
good.
actually.
Okay.
It's an amazing honor. This time last year, I was looking for a volunteer job. I wanted to change from what I was doing. And I spoke to Samantha, and she said, let me think about it. And I thought, that's the last thing she'll think about. I didn't know Samantha in those days. Anyway, in February, she called, and I was in California, and she said, I'm starting this up. And I said, I can't, I'm in California, visiting. And she said, not a problem, just come by when you get home. And it has been a joy. I can't even begin to express how much joy she has brought into my life and the people we connect with. And this is unnecessary. Just turning up every day is the biggest blessing for me.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you. So we're always looking for more Paulines. If you're out there, either at the Community Resource Center or any number of opportunities throughout the city. Another proclamation. The City of Woburn, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, by His Honor Mayor Michael P. Concanon, a proclamation, the Colleen Cormier Resident Impact Award. So this one is interesting and pretty amazing because you probably know of Colleen's service to the community in formal and official capacities. And you probably wonder, where does she find time to do all this other stuff that I'm about to read to you? It is pretty amazing, and we're very proud to honor you. Whereas, If you attend community events, you often bump into Colleen Cormier, who finds both visible and quiet ways to serve our city with great care. And whereas Colleen has been a champion of our public library, chairing the Friends of the Woburn Public Library Group, and reinvigorating its successful book sale that fuels museum passes. And I have to pause there because about 25, 30 years ago, I was a member of the Friends of the Public Library. Joe Brown was there with me, and we were doing a lot of great things, and as is the case, sometimes things fade away. I was really, really pleased to see Colleen reinvigorate that. It's a great body of caring people who want to help, so I was particularly personally pleased to see you do that, so thank you. And whereas, behind the scenes, Colleen has been a driving force, supporting the Community Resource Center from building furniture at its opening, to recruiting employers for our job fair, and working with her nieces to decorate Kindness Day card boxes. Am I guessing this is one of them? Thank you very much. What's your name?
Reese.
Reese, thank you, Reese. And whereas, Colleen has even shared her extensive experience as a healthcare professional at the center's Healthcare Careers Exploration class. And whereas, further, Colleen has been an instrumental part of the Woburn Community Education Foundation's efforts to support and recognize teacher excellence in our city. So those three very significant, time-consuming efforts, on top of everything else Colleen does for our city. Pretty amazing. So now, therefore, I, Michael P. Concanon, Mayor of the City of Woburn, do hereby extend gratitude on behalf of the City of Woburn to Colleen Cormier, and declare today, December 4th, 2025, a day of recognition in her honor. Given under my hand and the seal of the City of Woburn, Massachusetts, this 4th day of December, 2025, signed proudly, Michael P. Concanon.
Unlike Colleen, I do like accolades, so this is Thank you so much. This is Reese, one of my nieces, who is always very helpful, and one of the reasons I do all the things that I do, in addition to my many activities. So, thank you so much for the opportunity to do the things, and I think that's all I can do.
Keep doing it.
But if somebody has something else they want me to do, you know where to find me.
There's a couple of hours a week in her schedule if you need her to do something else. Thank you, Reese, for all your help, too. And last but certainly not least, our third Resident Impact Award proclamation. The City of Woburn, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, by His Honor
The
Mayor.
trumpet was like a one-time thing.
Yeah. By His Honor Mayor Michael P. Concanon, the proclamation, Anthony Langone Resident Impact Award. This is another guy who, if there's an event, he'll be there. It's mind-blowing to me. Almost everywhere I show up, Anthony is there, and he's there to help. And he's not just there for a photo op, he's there to actually help. He's down at the recycling event hauling tires around like he's a 21-year-old fella. It's fun. In addition to all the other things he does. So, whereas Anthony Langone offers consistent service to Woburn and our local veteran community, his presence, optimism, and creative ideas are a beacon in our city, inspiring those around him to grow and serve others. And whereas, throughout the year, Anthony can be found helping at the community gardens and at City Hall recycling events, always with a smile and a helping hand, no matter the weather. And I can attest to that. I've stood with him in freezing cold, blistering heat, pelting rain, sleet, snow. Amazing. And whereas, Anthony initiated and was instrumental in planning our first veteran and military family dinner a few weeks ago, honoring those who served our country directly and their families who sacrificed to support them. A tremendous event. If you weren't there, we're going to do it again next year. Put it in your calendar. It was a really heartwarming event. We got to hear from some veterans on their experience, and it was just a great gathering during our week of veterans commemorations. It was a great tradition. So happy you started that. Look forward to seeing it continue for years to come. And whereas Anthony's passion for bringing the community together is inspiring to all who know him. Absolutely true. Now, therefore, I, Michael P. Concanon, Mayor of the City of Woburn, do hereby extend gratitude on behalf of the City of Woburn to Anthony Langone and declare today, December 4th, 2025, a day of recognition in his honor. Given under my hand and the seal of the City of Woburn, Massachusetts, this 4th day of December, 2025, signed proudly, Michael P. Concanon, Mayor. Thank you.
Keep this short. I just want to say I'm incredibly humbled. I think looking around this room, I mean, half these things we talked about is a team effort, right? And I'm looking around and so many people here are heroes in their own right. And I think there's something, for me, when I got out of the service, you want to continue it somehow. So I just wanted to immerse myself here. This is such a beautiful community. Thank you all for coming out. Thank you to my wife for being here to support me. I drag her to everything. She's a hero. 8 months pregnant. Thank you, Samantha, for this beautiful event, and Mayor Concanon for all you do, and to everyone here. Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
Thank you all very much. I'm going to turn it back to Samantha.
Go have fun. Meet all the wonderful organizations that are here. Thank you for being here.